My name's Duddy, so builds and stuff. Today I've got a couple of weapons to show you from the new Prophecy rework. Prosecutor, arc auto rifle. There's a really good roll on this one, rewind rounds and frenzy. And I've also got Relentless to show you, slice and head seeker, and how we could take advantage of these. Trust me, these weapons are absolutely insane. Stay with me. The first one we're going to take a look at is the Prosecutor. It used to be kinetic, now it's arc. Precision frame, 450 rounds per minute. This has got a really nice perk combo that I want to talk to you about. It's got the perk, the first perk on there. I managed to roll with rewind rounds. When this weapon's magazine is empty, it refills from reserve based on the number of hits. It also has the perk on there, frenzy, a 15% damage increase when you've been in combat for an extended period of time. But both of these perks work really nicely with the new origin trait, crossing over. This weapon has increased range and handling for the top half of the magazine, while rounds from the bottom half of the magazine deal increased damage. Now frenzy and rewind rounds both really work nice with this, but I'll just show you the actual auto rifle, how it feels. Firstly, it feels really stable. I play it on mouse and keyboard. I'm assuming on controller it's gonna feel pretty much the same. It just feels so stable. And I love the reticle on there as well, that little red dot. It also reminds you of back in the day when it first come out. First thing I wanted to do was take a look at this crossing over. I want to see how much increase it does, etc. It just says the bottom half of the magazine deals increased damage. Typical, doesn't tell you exactly how much, so I thought I'd give it a little try. So obviously the first half of the magazine, it hits for 2130. So I just wanted to get this sort of tested. And then once I get down to 16, it goes all the way up. It's creeping slowly. It just goes up ever so slightly. And then by the end, if we just take a look here, so you'll see it's creeping up every hit. It's going all the way up to 187, 2194 it ends. That is roughly a 3% damage increase. I know that sounds a bit crap, but we haven't had frenzy proc yet. There's an extra 15%, so that'd be 18%. We've also got rewind rounds. Now rewind rounds on this I think works really nicely. It almost makes all of these perks work together, because when the weapon's magazine is empty, it refills from reserves based on the number of hits. So if you can imagine, you're doing shots, your frenzy's procced, you're getting the extra damage from the bottom half of crossing over, and then what happens, you'll see in this next clip here, when your rewind rounds actually proc, it's going to go straight up to 20 in the magazine, sometimes 18, so therefore instantly it is automatically giving you that damage increase from rewind rounds and the crossing over, because that is the bottom half of the magazine, straight up to 20, you see there. So again, you're taking advantage of that crossing over, so it's a really nice damage increase, like a sustained damage increase. So just to clarify, you've got your frenzy going on, you've got the 15% from that. You've also got the 3 or 4% damage increase from the crossing over, and then your rewind rounds will kick in and take your magazine back up to roughly 16 to 20 in the magazine, and that enables you to sustain some more damage. So it's a really nice rule. Now obviously the 3%, 4% is a little bit sort of low, but you can, like I said, take advantage of it with arc weapon surges. Things like Mantle of Battle Harmony as well, or even Sanguine Alchemy is a really good one where you put your rift down and get an extra damage increase. I'll show you the rest of the rules that this could roll with, because there is some other good rules on there as well. Discord, things like Dragonfly, Gut Shot Straight, Keep Away, Rewind Rounds and Zen Moment. Some decent ones there in the first slot, and then obviously in the second slot we've got things like Cascade Point, which could be interesting again with crossing over. Frenzy, which we've seen, Golden Tricorn, Tap the Trigger, Vault Shot, and the very last one is Target Lock. Now again, Target Lock rewind rounds could actually be really good with the crossing over perk. And again, there is plenty of other options we could sort of have a think about with them sort of perks as well. The second one I want to talk to you about is the reissued Relentless. They've changed this to strand. This also used to be kinetic. Now this has also got a really cool perk combo on this one, which I believe work really nice together, and I found it really good. Head Seeker, body shots landed with this weapon increase precision damage and aim assist for a short time. Also, you've got Slice on there. Casting your class ability allows this weapon to sever targets for a brief duration. Sever is a 40% damage reduction. And again, we've got that crossing over perk where the bottom half of the magazine does extra damage and the top half gives you increased stability. Now, this is really good for Headseeker because the Headseeker and the crossing over actually work together. So again, on paper, it doesn't look that particularly good. The 3 or 4% damage increase from the origin trait, but with the Headseeker, it does actually make quite a lot of difference. You'll see in these clips here the damage increase I'm getting from the Headseeker and the crossing over perk. Really nice. We'll go all the way up to 2164. But again, we've got ways to enhance this. You'll see in this clip again, you'll see that dark on the bottom left. That's when you've hit the bottom half of the magazine, and then the light is the top half of the magazine. So you've got light and dark, which is again a really cool little thing to put in. That is a bit like the dungeon itself, light and dark modes. Now, Slice itself on its own is just a perk, but it really works well with an exotic. Whenever you cast your class ability, this allows this weapon to sever targets. It's a 40% damage reduction, and you can pair that with Sanguine Alchemy. I believe these two fit perfectly together because Sanguine Alchemy gives you a damage increase when you're studying your rift. So you put your rift down like so, as long as the weapon's matching the subclass. You're going to slice the target 40%, outgoing damage reduced up to 40%, and then you're also giving yourself a really nice damage increase. Sanguine Alchemy, I believe, is a 17% damage increase, but that does stack with an Empowering Rift. So there's another 20%, plus your extra damage that you get from the crossing over perk, and you're severing targets by 40%. It is a really, really quirky, cool set of perk combos these weapons have. We'll go over this weapon as well, what they could roll. But again, it's Overload Pulse Rifle this season. So you can sever the target there with an Overload Pulse Rifle. You slice, 40% damage reduction. You're getting a nice damage increase just to tick away that health. So I found this perk combo, again, like the Prosecutor, a really cool set of perks. Now, the actual Slice itself, I want to show you a clip on that in a moment, and how much damage reduction it really is. Like I said, it's 40% damage reduction. But again, I'll just show you this clip here with this Overload Champion, doing a nice bit of damage, severing that target for you and your teammates and yourself. Now, this is the Slice clip I wanted to show you. Now, if you've done this GM, you know for a fact if you low health and one of these blights hit you, you will die, like no question about it. But if you actually sever the target with the Slice perk like so, you can pretty much survive one of them. And I wasn't even at full health. So you can see that Slice working really nicely as well. Put your rift down, something like Sanguine Alchemy to get that damage increase, severing the target, 40% damage reduction. Just feels super, super nice. And again, I just want to let you know with Sever as well, in case you didn't know, Sever can actually work against immune targets as well. So it's a really, really nice perk. We'll quickly go over the rest of the rolls that you can get on Relentless. We've got things like Keep Away, Outlaw, Rapid Hit. I think they're maybe more for PvP. Obviously, we've got Slice, which we've touched on. Snapshot, Slide Shot, really good. It also rolls again for PvP and PvE as well. Desperado could be really nice. We've also got Keep Away, Hatchling, Headseeker, Moving Target, and Zen Moment. So that is the two weapons that I picked up tonight from the Prophecy Dungeon. Let me know what you think. Also let me know if you've got any other cool rolls, because I haven't really had a chance to have a proper look at them yet. But thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Have a great night.